And I'll tell you, my precious daddy took us. He said, I may not leave you any money, but I'm going to leave you well-traveled. And he sure as heck did.
You'll hear this and more on Focus Your Inner Bitch, the Mary Bratton story, a special series on Jim Bratton Podcast.
Okay, this is another episode of the Jim Bratton Podcast, Focus Your Inner Bitch, the Mary Bratton story. Mary, nice to see you.
Thank you, honey. And tell everybody what the day is. Oh, surely you'll remember.
Of course I do. This is Mary, my 45th wedding anniversary. 45 years that she's put up with me.
And he's put up with me.
It's been a good time, Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yes.
not much we haven't done.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So now, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today.
Well, you know I love to travel.
Yeah.
So that's what thought I would talk about today. All of the trips I took. And I did what I had to do to do it.
To be able to do
To be able
This
to
is
do it.
this is
It
before
was
you and I
great.
got together.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, we've been married like for 45 years, right? We still have not, this is our 10th episode now. We still have not gotten to Mary and I being together. Do you realize how long this is going to be? This will be 45 or 50 episodes probably, all right? So stick with us. So, all righty.
I don't know if it'll be that long or not. Our story together isn't. I don't know.
It's not that interesting. Don't give me that shit. I thought our story together was great. All right. What the hell?
Yes, it has been great, Jim. It has.
Sorry I had to lead you. I had to lead you.
You led me astray.
Okay. All righty.
Okay.
Pre-marriage.
Pre-marriage. Okay. Well, you know I love to travel.
I
And
know
I'll
that.
tell you, my precious daddy took us. He said, I may not leave you any money, but I'm going to leave you well-traveled. And he sure as heck did.
Your dad
But
believed
that's-
that you all should
yeah.
travel.
We should travel, and we did. We went to California 3 times. We went to North Carolina at least once. We traveled around Texas a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, to Inks Lake and to Garner State Park, and we did a lot of camping around.
And you did that as a family.
Yes, as a family. And, of course, to Galveston. And then, of course, we did hit the border towns, and we went to Monterey.
Well,
And we did a lot of that. So I knew that I like to experience different things.
and
so I did.
let's back up a little because I think you've got some great stories of some of your family travels. You traveled in what typically? What?
Well, whatever car we had. I guess the first time we went to California, I was about 4 years old.
Right.
Maybe it was just before I had polio or just after, I don't remember. But we took my grandparents with us, and we went in a 51 Chevrolet 4-door car.
How many people were there?
Well, let's see. My mother and daddy, my 2 grandparents, so that's 4 adults, and then my 2 older brothers and me. So that's
7.
7 people.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning. So we made sure to hit the desert during the night so we could drive through the
Right all
desert
night then.
in the night. Yes.
What kind of accommodations did you have when you would stop?
Do I remember? No.
Okay, that's
At
okay.
age 4. No.
The crux of it
And
is,
then the next time we went to California,
yeah,
I was what? I was about 7 or 8, maybe.
Mhm.
No, well, let's see. Yeah, I was about 8 years old, maybe 9.
Right.
And we went in a 59 Chevrolet station wagon that was manual transmission and no air conditioning and what? And there were all of us kids, minus my baby sister. But we took my cousin instead.
Just so you have a nice full car.
Yes, of course. Anyway.
So how many?
And we went to Yosemite, and it was wonderful. We camped out in Yosemite, and it was friggin' freezing.
So how did you camp out? Did you have a big canvas tent or something?
No, we didn't sleep in the tent. Dad did take the tarpaulin, and he put that down on the ground, and he sort of sandwiched us in there, and we all slept on the ground.
Like a huge bivy
Yes,
sack?
exactly. And we went with my cousins from California that lived in California.
Right.
We all went to San Francisco, and then we went to down to Yosemite and spent the night there in Yosemite.
Another
Great.
night in the tarp.
Yes.
Did it ever rain on you folks when you were in that
Do
tarp?
I know? No.
Okay. Well, anyway, that's
No.
a
And
very-
then the third time we went, my brother was getting out of the service, and we were going to go to Mexico City, and then my brother says he's getting out of the Navy, and so we went to California instead.
to
To
San
pick
Diego.
him up well, we went to California and stayed with a cousin that lived there, and then did the Disneyland thing and the whole shooting match there. And I only stayed a week, and then I had to fly home because I only had a week vacation.
Oh, this was after you were in the workforce already.
Yes.
Still traveling with your folks.
Still traveling.
That's
with my
great.
folks. Yes. So, yes. It was great.
All right, that's your family. That's your travel with your family. Now,
Yes.
so I can tell it instilled a sense of travel.
Yes, and I really enjoyed doing it. Gosh, did I ever. And then I went to work, I told you I was at work, went to work for Allied Chemical.
Right.
And they, for the little one girl office that it was, I traveled a lot with them. I went to Omaha, Nebraska.
Right.
I went to,
Were these company functions?
yes, company functions, Omaha, Nebraska. I went to Morristown, New Jersey.
Right.
So that's when I went to New York and did the whole tourist thing. I mean, I had been reacquainted with one of my childhood friends.
Right.
I mean, real childhood friends.
Right.
He was like 5 years old when I knew him, and I had gotten reacquainted with him, and he was in New York going to school in Columbia. And so I contacted him, and he said, "Sure, come on, stay with me for the weekend, and
Wow.
then you can go off to do my."
So you did your you stayed with him, then were able to do your corporate stuff.
Yes, able to do my corporate stuff, and so with him it was wonderful. I did the subway, and I did the all the things I wanted to do.
He was
Yes.
living on a budget in New York.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
man.
And so his girlfriend lived around the block, and so her family came to town that weekend as well. So we a whole bunch of us went. Her I guess her sister and her brother-in-law and 2 children and me and Joe and this girlfriend. Anyway, all of us, we went to the Statue of Liberty, and we went to Staten Island. We did the whole touristy thing in New York City, and it was great.
But through the eyes
And
of
through the
somebody
eyes
that was
of
living there.
Yes, living there. Now he lived, of course, off campus at about 105th Street or something, way up the north side of town. And I visited the zoo and the Central Park, and we didn't go to any shows or anything because Joe was on a budget. But we went to walked up and down Broadway and the whole shoot, and I saw my Allied Chemical Tower. Oh my God.
And that's where you worked.
That's where, yes, I worked at Allied Chemical. And of course, that's where the ball comes down from on New Year's Eve.
I did not know that.
Yes. So, or that corner is where it did. It was then.
I understand.
Of course, I don't know if it is now, but it was then.
And this is how limited I am. I've never been to New York City, so I have to rely on Mary's story.
So, okay, not only did I go there, they also sent me to Macomb, Mississippi to train
Was learning about
their
products
new,
and
their
stuff?
new secretary.
Your replacement.
No, not my replacement. The replacement that was in Macomb.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you're
So I
training her to come
flew-
online
yes.
then.
I flew a small little prop jet to like where was it? Baton Rouge, and then rented a car and drove to Macomb, Mississippi. And then, so I looked around Macomb. I mean, I did the whole shooting match and went back to Baton Rouge and checked out Baton Rouge, and it was, yeah.
You're a traveling fool.
So
What were you, how old were you there in this time?
Early 20s, early 20s. And then, let's see, then I went back to, the first time I went to Omaha, I took the weekend and stayed in Omaha, and I checked out Omaha. So I went to see, the SAC, what is it? The Air Force Base?
Yeah, strategic.
SAC.
No, Strategic Air Command. SAC.
Yeah, SAC. And really enjoyed doing all of Omaha. So the next time we were going to go to Omaha, I was thinking about, because I couldn't fly directly to Omaha, I had to change planes somewhere. So I figured I would check out Kansas City or maybe St. Louis, one of those, one of those areas. But my counterpart that was in Hereford, Texas, said she was going to go pick up a car in Tucson, Arizona, and would I go with her? And I said, why not? Yes. So we went to Tucson, Arizona.
So what, you puddle jumped to Hereford then, or to Lowell?
No, first of all, we went to Omaha.
On your friend in Omaha after the fact.
Yes, after the fact. I'm telling them I'm going to go to one of these places, and they're saying, well, I can't go. I can't, there's like 6 of us or 7.
Right.
And Betty says, well, I have to go pick up a car in Tucson. Why don't you come with me? And I said, well, why not? So I went to Tucson with her, and it was a great time. I mean, we just had a wonderful time.
Was she in about your age group, or was she a little older?
She's a little older, and she had 3 kids.
Wow.
And so she was picking up a car there, and then we had to drive from Tucson, Arizona through Ruidoso. Oh my God, that's a beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you think you're in hell before you get there, because it's so desert and desolated and awful.
Yeah.
And then, you arrive and it's heaven and wonderful. And then you go right back into the scrub. And it was, yes, crazy. And I just couldn't even believe it. So then, we finally get to Hereford, and so I stayed with her a day there, and then we went to, she took me to Amarillo, and I caught a plane back to Houston. So
now, were you still working out of the one-girl office?
Yes,
this is
one girl.
Were you working out of a feed?
Feed plant. Yes, a feed plant. And who would ever think that I would travel so much with them? That was just amazing to me. But I did, and it was great.
And now tell me, you also, at that time, was that during the time you had your first Mercedes?
Yes.
And so you went on the road in Texas. This is some of the story I'm remembering. You went on the road in Texas as well to see some of the ranchers?
Oh, my God, yes, and I had a great time. I was up visiting my friend in Marble Falls, and I said, from here, I'm pretty close to seeing some of my customers. So I check it out with my boss and see if I can do that. And he said, sure, go ahead. So I went to San Saba. I went to San Angelo. Where else did I go? I went to, several places around. Wait a minute, I can't even think of Mason.
Oh yeah, all those towns in Central Texas.
Yes, in the
you were
Texas area.
So you were calling on people that were your customers. Yes. So this is like a goodwill trip too, then.
Yes, it was great.
What kind of reaction did you get when you'd call on these old ranchers?
Oh my God, they were thrilled to death to see me. Wow, it was like, God, how come I didn't come more often?
These were traditional old-time ranchers, weren't they?
Oh my gosh, yes. And honey, well, of course, at the time I had a very Texas accent, remember?
We still do.
Honey, I promise you, it was even worse when I was with them. So it was great. I enjoyed it very, very, very much.
Good.
And just went all around, checking out their places and seeing what they did and how they did it and all of that stuff. It was wonderful.
Were these big cattle ranches?
No, they were more feed store people.
Oh, feed store. This was your sub-distribution then. Okay, I got it. Yeah.
Yes.
This is where the ranchers came.
Yes. Okay. So when I go to San Saba, he meets me at a little restaurant, and a little place, and he says, "Now you can pay the bill, but I've got to do the tipping. This is my place." And I said, "Okay, you do what you need to do."
That's right, because you were entertaining.
Right. Exactly. So I said, "Okay." And anyway, he did it was really
He had to maintain his
amazing.
reputation.
Of course he did. But it was wonderful.
Now, did these feed store owners take you out to some of the ranches then?
Yes,
So you made the
exactly.
rounds with them.
Exactly. It was great. Yes. Many a time, okay, so there's the the feed store owner and his wife, and they would put me in the middle of their pickup, and I'd say, "Well, why am I in the middle? I need to be on the end. You need to sit next to your husband." She says, "Because I've got to open the gate." "Oh, okay." I said, "You don't think I can open the gate?" She said, "You don't know the combination." "Oh, okay."
You had dates with Common A Fair.
Yeah.
Oh, heck, all we had
So,
was a
yeah.
chain hung over a fence, over a fence post.
Exactly. So anyway, it was just great. Now, in the meantime, let's see, where was I traveling to? I was also going to, well, our CYA group went to Monterey, and then, because of that accident, we went to
Oh, that was quite a telling. Oh, man, such a big exciting.
and I went to, let's see, I went to Mardi Gras with our group, our apartment project had a group going to
This
Mardi
is when
Gras.
you're on your own.
Yes,
And living on your own.
living on my own in the apartment, and so they said, "Well, who wants to go to Mardi Gras?" Okay, so somebody got a group together, and anyway, off we went to Mardi Gras.
You all pile in your Mercedes.
No, we went. They had a bus and a whole shooting match, and we all went, and they had rooms for us, and
Oh, this is like, oh, yeah, the whole
yeah,
travel thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh, the rabble thing, yes, and um, when I went to Mardi Gras, we met these guys that were from Chicago. They were policemen, I think, policemen, yeah.
Yeah.
So later on, when I go to Chicago with my parents um, on another trip, I contact this guy that I had met in Chicago, and so we went out on a date while we were in Chicago, and turns out this is awful, but we stopped at his house so he could change. He said, "I don't get off of work till 11 o'clock." I said, "Okay, don't worry." So he came to the hotel and met Mother and Daddy, and he was, of course, in his police uniform, so they felt fairly safe that I was with a police officer.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we went to his house, and he changes clothes and does whatever he needs to do, and off we go to some club. Well, when we're crossing the street, a car comes by and bam, hits him. Didn't hit me, hit him. And it didn't turn out it hit him. His jacket was kind of pulled open, and one of the side mirrors caught his jacket and threw him on the ground. And
I, oh,
yes, I'm shocked. I am.
boy, between somebody dying in Mexico and
I know.
if
And
your
this
date getting
happening,
hit by
yes.
a car.
Yes, exactly. And so he says, he stays on the ground, and he says, I say, you're alive, yes, and he's alive, but he just stays there, and he says, well, he said, "I had a piece on me, so you better see if you can find it." And I said, "Oh, um, what does that mean?" And he said he had a gun.
That got blown off him when
So,
he.
well, yes, exactly. So he says, "It was in my trousers. So reach under me and feel to see if you can find the gun." So I reach under him, and anyway, I'm fe under his tummy. I mean, I'm having to damn near. He says, "It's okay. I don't have an erection." So, but feel to see if the gun is.
Well, then you could tell what was the gun and what wasn't.
Yes, exactly. Anyway. So I'm feeling underneath and then I don't know why or how, but police are on the scene just almost immediately. And because I guess because the bar was a place where police go hang out.
Probably so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, he talks to the police, and he said he had a piece on him, and they said, "I know, I found it already." So it had blown off and was on the street somewhere else. I don't know. Anyway, so I have to go to the hospital with him, and of course they're interrogating me. How do I know this guy, and what's his name, and where does he live, and all the, and I don't know shit, because we just had met in Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and I knew his name and his phone number, period. Anyway, and what religion was he, and what religion was I, and blah, the whole shooting match. Anyway, so we stay at the hospital.
So you were there almost
Yes.
like his next of kin.
Yes,
and you didn't
exactly.
know him.
And I didn't even know him, exactly. So then he gets one of the other police officers to take me home. And I get back about 3 or 4 in the morning. And, of course, we knew it was going to be late, because he didn't pick me up till after 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so then in the morning, of course, I have to tell my folks, and they go, "What?" They can't even believe it either. But from there, let's see the reason we were in Chicago is because we were going to Notre Dame for some kind of
Catholic function.
Catholic
Yes.
function.
Oh, sure.
So anyway, we went to Notre Dame and saw all of that. And of course, thank God that it wasn't me that got taken over by that car or whatever.
Was
Anyway,
he?
yes.
Was he sort of okay?
He was okay. He did break his forearm, I think.
Yeah.
And he said it turned out to his advantage, because he didn't work, and he got
Like
some money from the insurance of the car that hit him or something. So he said anyway, he said it was okay. Do I know? No. He was with a group that also, sometimes they went to New Orleans, but sometimes they went to Rio de Janeiro for Mardi Gras.
Oh, my.
Can you imagine? And he kept trying to talk me into going to Rio de Janeiro, but
Even when he was after he got hit by a car,
yes,
he didn't give up.
no. Anyway, oh God, yes, oh God is what I gotta say. Woo!
Can I
Yes.
back up to one thing? And I just want to share something
Sure.
that you brought back some reminiscence for me in the feed store, because on the farm, that's one of the places that you would go and sort of hang around.
Yeah.
At the feed store.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, I mean, didn't you see people just coming in there to talk? And sometimes there'd be on a cold day, a stove in the corner or something to heat it up. And
I only went in the summer.
okay, anyway, there is a unique smell to a feed store.
Oh, there is.
I mean,
yes.
it's not pungent or anything. It's not particularly aromatic, but and you brought all that back to me. I remember going to it was a Purina franchise.
Yeah.
Remember going in?
Oh, yes, Purina.
It was England Brothers had it. And I remember going in there, and when I'd be riding around with my dad sometimes on a farm day, and we'd pull a truck in there, and he'd talk to him, and I'd smell the place. That's owned. It's right there. It's right
Run around and smell.
No, I mean, it left a sensory memory for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now, wait a second. I'm gonna remind you of something. Remember when we went into Hedrick's feed store on Harrisburg? You told me that story then. Yes.
Did I really?
Yes, but that's good. I'm glad it brings back good memories.
It does. It does.
Yes.
It's a fond thing.
It was on Harrisburg, and I don't know what we were doing, but anyway,
we were buying something that we had to buy at a feed store. They had chickens there.
Do I know?
Remember on Harrisburg, they had chicken. They had
Yes. Okay.
All right. So I'm sorry.
Wait a second. Okay. Now let me tell you about the other trips I went to.
Yep.
I went to Hawaii, and I went to Rome, and I went to Mexico City several times.
Yeah.
Where else did I go? Let's see.
It's okay to look at your notes, by the way. You've traveled so much.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to remember. Mexico. I went to New York City, and I went to Tampa. Yes, I went to New York. I went to Mexico City several times.
And New York several times
yes,
as well.
and New York twice. Yes, I went to New York twice. And okay, so the second time I go to New York, I go with my fella that I'm dating. He was a law student when he was in Houston, but he was now an attorney when I went to New York with him. Anyway, we met in Atlanta and went to New York, and it was wonderful. We stayed at a hotel that was across the street from the Plaza Hotel. And we did all of the upper crust stuff. Okay. Now the first time I went.
No, you're a student traveling.
With student travel.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I did
It's like
all
hostel traveling
yes,
or something.
exactly. Now with this attorney, I saw Wall Street. I went to we did not go on the subway. We did not go to Staten Island or the Statue of Liberty.
Right.
We went to several Broadway shows. We went to the garment district and bought a lot of clothes. God,
You were,
it was the same place and yet it was different.
were you approaching what, 25 or so at this time then?
Maybe.
You were
Yeah.
young.
Yeah.
You were young and how did you, okay, you were not exactly a high wage earner during that time.
No, I did whatever it took to get there. If I was going somewhere, if I had to work a second job, by God, I did. If I had to damn near starve myself to save money, I did it because I was going to have a good time wherever it is I went.
How did you marry me, Mary? Because I don't plan for any of that. I just piss it away, you know? So
I know. Believe me,
I'm
I've
glad-
been married to you for 45 years.
I'm glad you got that out of the way because we would have never gone anywhere probably because the money would have been gone.
I know, you kept trying to spend my Hawaii money, you remember? And finally...
Disregard this, all right? Disregard.
No, don't disregard it because it was one of our trips then. When I went to Hawaii with Kay, I decided that I wanted to go back there. So I started up a separate savings account, and I just put in just a few bucks in it every once in a while, if I had any extra, so that I could go back to Hawaii. And when Jim and I got married, he
Right.
wanted to. He kept saying, "What's this little money for? We need to do something with this money." And I said, "No." I said, "I'm going to Hawaii, back to Hawaii with it." No, he wanted to do something else with it. He wanted to go somewhere else or do something else. Finally, he says, "Well, can I go to Hawaii with you?" And I go, and I said, "Yes. In fact, you can plan the trip and we can do the whole thing."
Yeah.
So, of course, that small fund became giant because he decided we were going to go and we were going to walk the Kalalau Trail. And by God, we did. And it was wonderful.
It was.
It was.
That was
yes.
quite the trip. You know, that, by the way, that's when Mary still had pretty good mobility.
Yeah.
And this trail that we walked, turns out it's one of the more dangerous trails in the world.
Yes, we'll talk about that when we get together.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Yeah, afterward. Just
yes,
a preface to that. Do a little teaser for that, okay?
I think that's...
Is that your travel?
No, that's not. Let's see. Once when I was with Union, Texas, that's when I finally went to work at the big office.
At the office, as
At the
opposed to
big
the
office,
plant.
yes, as opposed to the plant. We had a friend of ours' mother die, and she was up in the Lake LBJ area.
Yeah.
And so they decided that the company jet was going to take us to the funeral. And so we all, not all of us, but the people that were close to her, 8 to 10 of us, piled in the company airplane and flew to Horseshoe Bay and landed there. And they had a car pick us up and take us to the funeral. And we all, paid our respects and what have you. And then they said, that was a long way to get there. It just took forever. It seemed like an hour to drive to get there. And so we talked to her, and she says, "No, Mary, you can go an easier way, just come back to Fuzzy's Corner and turn and you're on whatever the street was.
Fuzzy's
1492.
Corner.
Yeah.
Fuzzy's
Anyway,
Corner? What the hell is Fuzzy's Corner?
Fuzzy's Corner was, I don't know, Fuzzy's Corner. Anyway. Anyway, so I tell everybody, no, they say, well, if you know a shortcut, take us. Okay, so we went back and we got to Fuzzy's Corner, we turned up, and anyway, we were back in no time, as opposed to it taking forever to get there to the funeral
Right.
home.
From the airport.
And yes, exactly. So I got to ride in a company jet. Isn't that great? And then,
That's a long way from sleeping on the ground under a tarp.
yes, it was. Yes. Let's see, what else? Was it Union, Texas, or was it, I guess it was Union, Texas, that I went to an offshore rig? Yeah.
Did you take a service boat or fly out in helicopter?
We flew out on a helicopter.
Did you have?
Oh, and that's another thing that I did. When I went to New York the first time,
Right.
my boss told me, fly into Manhattan, and then you can take the helicopter to New Jersey, and you can see the skyline of New York. And so I did that, and then went to Morristown. It was wonderful, beautiful. And so I did that. So I have had 2 helicopter rides. The other, or 3, I don't remember. Anyway, then when I went to an offshore rig, I went on a helicopter.
Did you have to go through the course before you flew?
I didn't do anything.
I didn't either. Yeah, because that helicopter course can be a little scary, having to climb out of a helicopter underwater upside down. So
I don't know, but anyway, I had a helicopter ride on that. It was great. Yes.
I was so busy just working that I didn't take hardly any vacation time before you and I got together.
I know.
And
I know. Remember, I told you that I wasn't going to curtail my traveling because of you.
well, and we didn't.
And we really didn't. Right.
And thank you for opening that up for me, because I probably, if I'd stayed in corporate, I'd still probably be punching in, and
Yeah.
they'd think that I was more valuable than I was. So,
You are bound.
oh, to you maybe, but I think the lesson from this is that you leveraged all this
Yeah.
because you planned it and you decided you would do it.
By God, I was going to do it. Right. I decided I was going to do it, and I did it. And I'm glad I did. I mean, I have lived my life.
From right there, from Mary and I, this has been the Jim Bratton Podcast, coming to you from Conference Room 206 at Marmo. Thanks for joining us.
This has been Jim Bratton Podcast. We hope you have enjoyed, been inspired, informed, angered, or otherwise emotionally stimulated. This is your booth announcer, Sierra Sakel.